Hi friends, Laura here with Lalo Yoga and Wellness, bringing us another yoga practice. Today our focus is going to be on balance. So something that we all need a little help with, I think. Wobbling is totally normal, don't worry about it, but we get stronger when we work through those wobbles. Let's get started. Find a comfortable seated position, anything that feels good for you. And let's just spend a few moments tuning into our bodies, our minds, and our breath to really get us in the right state of mind, body, and soul for our practice today. So just take a few moments checking in with your body, seeing how you're feeling, noticing if you feel any kind of tightness or tension anywhere in your body, maybe a little ache or a pain somewhere, or maybe you're feeling amazing. But let's pay attention to how we're feeling and really notice it within our body. You might do this with your eyes open, or if it feels better for you, maybe gently close those eyes if that helps you get a little bit more in touch with how you're feeling. Our goal is just to observe how the body is feeling, not change it. Just notice it. Now we start to turn our attention to our state of mind right now. Seeing if we feel like our thoughts are running crazy, thinking about our to-do list. Maybe you're feeling very zen today. Maybe you feel a little anxious or stressed. Again, our goal is to notice, not to change. We spend a lot of time kind of ignoring what we call background noise, how our body feels and what our mind is saying. So we want to take a few moments to really notice it, observe it, see what's true. And now we begin to focus in on our breath. First, just allowing it to come and go as it is. It's always there. Maybe take a moment to appreciate how good it feels. On your next inhale, maybe try sitting up just a little bit taller, finding some energy in the spine, finding some positivity in your thoughts. And then as we exhale, we start to let the muscles relax and let go of tension in the body, anxiety in the mind, and use our breath to really help us settle in. On your next inhale, let's bring some action to this and move the arms up. Maybe we open those eyes and follow the fingers with our gaze. Exhale, let the arms come back down. Inhale, reach out and up. Exhale, waking up our spine, waking up our shoulders. Inhale. Let's drop the left hand across the body and bring the right hand behind you for support. Taking a little look over your shoulder, gently twisting through the spine. Sitting a bit taller as we breathe in, deepening that twist as we breathe out. Inhale, face front, reaching the hands high. Exhale, taking that twist to the other side. Looking over the shoulder. Sitting up a bit taller as we breathe in and deepening that twist again as we breathe out. Inhale, reaching both hands high. Exhale. Let's drop the hands down to the top of the mat, right underneath the shoulders. Bring the knees underneath the hips as we come into our tabletop position. We want to spread the fingers nice and wide here so we can see the mat between our fingers. If at any time you feel like your wrists want a bit of a break, you can come up on your knuckles or even use your blocks to help shift your weight back slightly and take some of the pressure off of the wrist. We want to keep our knees right underneath our hips and really lengthen out through the spine, especially along the neck. Sometimes it's easy to start collapsing in around that neck, so we want to give it the space that it needs. On our next inhale, let's lift the gaze, drop the belly, lift the hips for cow pose. Exhale, scoop the hips under around the spine, tuck the chin for cat pose. Inhale and lift. Exhale and round. Let's return to our tabletop position, this time reaching out through the right hand and the left leg, starting our first balance pose here in bird dog. Our thumbs up, our heel is pushing through that wall behind us. We want to have our arm and leg equal distance off the floor. So if you feel like, oh, the leg just can't get that high, that's okay. Bring the arm down to match it. Inhale and reach through those fingers, press through the heel. Exhale, rounding the spine. Let's bring the forehead, elbow, and knee together in the middle. Inhale and reach. Exhale. And that crunch. Challenge your balance here. Inhale and reach. Exhale and crunch. Inhale and reach. Let's drop the right hand underneath the right shoulder and let the left toes come down to the floor. Just gently rock back and forth. Give your foot a nice little stretch. And then pause that motion. Let's bring the left foot between the hands. Walk your hands up on top of that thigh. Sweep the right hand up and around and bring it to the outside of your left knee. Let's sweep back through that left hand, following that hand with our gaze. A little bit of a deeper stretch right here. If it feels good, let yourself lean in just a little bit, making sure the left knee stays behind the left toes. Inhale, sweep that left hand down, pick up the right hand, reaching both high. Exhale, drop the hands down to the mat. Bring the left knee back underneath your hips and give yourself one round of cow and cat. And we return to our tabletop position. Inhale, reaching out through the left hand and the right leg. Find your balance first. Spread out the fingers, spread out the toes. Inhale, really reach through the heel and the fingers. Exhale, rounding the spine, bringing the knee, forehead, and elbow together. Exhale. Inhale and reach. Exhale and crunch. Inhale and reach. Exhale and crunch. Inhale and reach. This time, let's let that left hand come down to the mat and the right toes come down to the mat. Find that easy rock back and forth. Remember your options. Maybe you're up on your knuckles here. We're keeping that length all along the neck. And find some stillness. Let's pull that right knee toward the chest, step it between the hands. Walk both hands up on top of your thigh. Inhale, sweep that left hand up and around, nice big roll through the shoulder, and then drop it to the outside of your right knee, reaching back through the right hand, following those fingers with your gaze. And if it feels good, leaning in just a little bit more to open up that hip flexor. Come back to your breath. Inhale, sweep the right hand down, face forward, pick up that left hand, reach high. Exhale. We're going to tuck your toes under on the left and step the feet side by side. Give a little bit of space between the feet. Let's reach the hands high, coming into chair pose. Take a quick look down, make sure you can still see your toes here. If you can't quite see them, maybe shift your weight back or stand a little bit taller. Exhale, mountain pose. Palms shining forward, a little squeeze in your glutes to gently press the hips forward. Let's take a big deep breath up. Exhale, cactusing the arms, little mini back bend here. Inhale and reach. Exhale, reaching back through the right hand forward through the left for a standing twist. We're still working those hips toward the front of the mat. Inhale, sweep the right hand down, pick up that left hand. Exhale, cactus the arms. Inhale and reach. Exhale, take that twist to the other side. Working your hips forward. Inhale, sweeping down through the left hand, pick up that right. One more time, cactusing the arms. And releasing those arms down into mountain pose. We're going to shift our body weight now onto this right leg. Get really grounded at the base of the big toe, pinky toe, and the heel. And we're going to pick up through that left leg. Option if you want, you can set that foot on top of some blocks to give you some additional support, or just pull it all the way up off the floor. Let's take a deep breath up. Exhale, dropping your right hand across the body, bring it to the outside of your left knee. Find your balance. Maybe you follow that left hand back behind you. Find your breath. Inhale, sweeping that left hand down, face front, pick up the other hand. I'm going to take a big step back, try not to step on your dog, and come into a warrior two. We want to make sure the front heel is lined up with the back arch, and we're centered, shoulders over hips, over the center of the body. Gazing out over the right fingertips. Let your right knee drift out toward the right pinky toe. Inhale, reach both hands high, straighten out the front leg, pop those right toes off the ground. Find that balance, lifting the gaze. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale and lift. Exhale. Inhale and lift. Exhale. This time as we inhale and lift, we're going to turn and face the long edge of our mat, come into a 5-pointed star. Toes out, heels in. Exhale, prayer squat, keeping the chest lifted. Inhale and lift. It's almost as if we're sliding our back down the wall. Exhale, prayer squat. Inhale and lift. Exhale, prayer squat. Inhale and lift. Exhale, prayer squat. Inhale and lift, and take a little push off from your back foot. Maybe you slide that foot, maybe you push directly into our shooting star. 3 breaths here. Find one spot to focus on. Take one more breath in. Exhale, prayer squat. Inhale, find that shooting star on the other side. 3 breaths. Find that grounding in the base of your left foot. Inhale, bring your right knee toward your left shoulder. Drop it across your body and turn and face the back of your mat, stepping into chair pose. Exhale and release. You should be facing the other end of your mat now. Let's start to shift our weight into that left leg. Get your contact points at the base of the big toe pinky toe and heel. And lifting up through that right foot, find your staff pose. Again, option to be using your blocks to set your foot on, your decision here. Let's take a deep breath up. Exhale, drop your left hand across the body, reach back with the right. If possible, follow that back hand with your gaze. And if you fall out and wobble, that's okay. Just pick it right back up where you left off. Inhale, sweep that hand down, face front. Big step back, pivot the back foot, and come into your warrior two. Aligning heel to arch. Come right over the center with your hips and shoulders. Bring your gaze forward. Inhale, straighten the left leg, pop the toes off the floor, reach those fingertips to tap. Follow with your gaze, exhale. Inhale, changing our focal point challenges that balance just a bit more. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, coming into that five-pointed star facing the long edge of your mat. Toes out, heels in. Exhale, prayer squat. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, shooting star toward the back of the mat. 3 breaths here. Make those legs as long as you can. Balance, change in focus, and wobbling, they're all part of life. It's never one constant. So we have to practice it in our physical body and in our everyday life. One more breath in. Exhale, prayer squat. Inhale, shooting star to the other side of the mat. Lift it as high as you feel comfortable with. Find your 3 breaths. Inhale, pulling that left knee in toward the right shoulder. Drop it toward the top of the mat. Step into your chair pose. Deep breath in. Step back on your right foot, drop down onto the knee. Left knee down, hands to the mat. Let's take the knees wide and come into a wide child's pose. Options are to reach those hands toward the top of the mat, maybe resting your forehead on a block or the mat, or you could stack your fists under your forehead. You decide what feels best for you today. Let's bring the hands right underneath the shoulders and start to press away from our mats, bringing the knees parallel to each other. Begin to walk the hands up your body, coming up on your knees, resetting your spine. Take a nice big deep breath. Exhale, drop your hands to the right, swing your legs out to the left, and come into a seated position. Recenter on your mat if you need to. Let's start to lower it down to the floor. Taking the arms out wide like the letter T. We're going to move our feet to the edges of our mat and gently windshield wiper the knees side to side. A little bit of hip mobility. And releasing of the low back. Let's leave the knees here on the right side. If you'd like a little bit more out of this stretch, you can take your right ankle and just rest it on the outside of the left knee. If you'd like a little more twist, you can take your gaze over your left fingertips. And if your head is turned to the side, bring it back to neutral. And if you use that extra weight on the outside of your knee, let's remove it. Bring the knees right back up to the center and continue windshield wiper side to side. And then we let the knees stay to the left. Same options if you want that extra stretch. You can bring your heel to the outside of the right knee. If you want the extra twist, turn your head to the right. If your head is turned to the side, let's return it to neutral. And if you put that extra weight on the outside of the knee, remove it and bring both knees up to the center and gently windshield wiper a couple more times. Pausing in the center, bringing both knees into your chest. Let's bring the hands on top of those knees. Easy rock side to side, letting the floor and gravity work out any kinks there in the lower back. Maybe take those knees on a big circle. If you feel any spots that feel a little bit tight, you can just pause and rock on that spot. Take your circle around the other way. And then we bring both feet down to the mat at the edges of the mat. Let your knees fall together and your arms relax alongside the body, just wherever they feel comfortable. Take a breath or two here in your restorative pose. You can stay here, or you can extend the legs out into full corpse pose, or maybe you want to lie on your side or some other position that feels good for you. And find your spot, the one that's going to allow you to relax. You start to feel some warmth and energy at the base of our feet. And we feel that warmth moving up through the toes, wrapping around your legs, around each knee, all the way around each thigh, up into your hips. That warmth is allowing the hips to start to relax into the floor. And you feel that rise and fall of your belly slowing down. You can feel the weight of your heart and that warmth wrapping around your ribs, making its way right up to your shoulders and down each arm right through the fingertips. Gradually feel that warmth coming through the throat, the back of the neck, softening your jaw. And sitting behind your eyes, smoothing out your forehead, softening all the way into your scalp. Take a few breaths to allow yourself to just drift And focus on that feeling of warmth and relaxation. And you can stay here in your Shavasana for as long as you like, and whenever you feel ready, start to make your way to a seated position. Letting your chin drop to your chest. Dog kisses. Let your ear drop to one side. And then the other. And bringing that chin back down to your chest. Start to blink your eyes open. Let's take a big breath out and up together. Exhale, hands to heart center. You have peace in your thoughts, kindness in your words, and hope in your hearts. From my heart to yours. Namaste. If you enjoyed today's practice, please make sure you like, comment, share, all that good stuff, and send it along to anyone you think could benefit from it. Please feel free to visit me at layloyoga.com for more wellness tips on community, connection, and really a holistic approach to wellness in your life.